Welcome, you beautiful people. I'm tan, I'm tired, and yeah, we're on podcast number 6. Let's do it. Hello, everybody. Podcast number 6. We're deep in it now.
Let's
We're
go,
in the
boys.
podcast game. On point. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How about you, man?
That sounded so fake.
Dude,
That's how you're going to start this?
I couldn't be happier, bro. Like, I'm here filming the Sandbag Show on a Thursday. Dude, can't get better than this.
That feels so fake to me. Okay, continue. Why are you so happy?
Just because you don't love the Sandbag Show doesn't mean I love the Sandbag Show.
Jeez, okay. Already putting that out. Accusations.
So, I made a pretty big purchase yesterday. 2 days ago. Sorry about that.
Oh, yeah. I did too. We'll talk about it. Let's go.
Mine first.
Facts.
Because I think yours is more music related anyway.
Yeah, facts. I agree.
So I recently purchased the Oculus Quest, which I think came out last year. I couldn't tell you when. Excuse me. It is a completely standalone VR headset, so no computer, none of that.
That's really nice.
Yeah, because a really good friend of mine, his name is Tyler. Shout out to Tyler. I know you're watching. He had, like a Vive connected to his PC, all that, which is just insane. And I loved it. But my PC is just not strong enough to make that happen. So
and you have a pretty stellar PC, too.
Well, it was new when it came out 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
So it's just like the standalone part of it, aspect, is just so...
That's
it's
really
just
nice.
so nice.
And it's not like using your phone or whatever.
No.
That's good.
Okay. Quick story, though, that I have to tell about this.
Nope.
Which I meant to tell you before, but I'm glad that it'll be fresh.
Okay.
So when buying something big, I tend to, I don't know, I guess get impatient. Like, I want it now.
Yeah,
I spent big money.
Yeah.
And it's not to the sense of like I'm gonna buy something I don't want because I want it now. Like I'm gonna, at the end of the day, if I can't have it now, can't have it now. But I'm looking online, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, all this jazz, because I just want to like go pick up my Quest, like go get it.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to order it because they're like sold out like everywhere,
Really?
all the time. Yeah.
Wow. I did
The
not realize
Oculus,
this.
the Amazon, when you go to order an Oculus Quest, it says like should ship within the next 4 weeks or
That's
something like
insane.
that. Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Okay.
So I'm like looking on Facebook Marketplace and everywhere, and there's just nowhere that has one. And then I just keep on searching, and when you're searching for certain things, you can like take out them like how many miles away.
Oh yeah,
and,
yeah.
like, that
filter.
it's available.
Yeah.
And so I started doing that, and just kept on getting farther away. And the only place where there was one available for pickup was this random Walmart in Fort Payne, Alabama, which is just an hour and like 45 minutes away from where we live, or something
Okay.
like that. I think it's
All
like an
right.
hour and like 15 or 20 or something like that.
Got it.
Whatever. It was decent little drive, not too long,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, let's do it. Let's go get it because I want it today.
All
So
right.
I go out there, drive an hour, purchase it, drive an hour back. It's whatever. And had my Oculus for, like I said, like 2 days. No, I bought it 3 days ago. Sorry.
Got it.
So 3 days now. And today I go to Walmart, do a little grocery shopping.
And you
The
find one
Walmart in my town, like where I live,
right there.
5 minutes away from my house.
Uh-huh.
And
you
there's
could walk there.
4 Oculus Quests just sitting in the shelf. And I'm like, hey guys, why didn't your website say you had these, man? Because the website for
Damn.
the Fort Payne Walmart said they had theirs. But when I looked it up, because I did look it up after I saw Fort Payne had it. I looked up like my Walmart specifically to see if they had it, or when it could be shipped there to pick up or anything like that. And it said out of stock. And I talked to him. He's like, we've had those for like 2 months. Like,
You
I
went
don't
you
know,
went
man.
Karen on them and asked them?
well, no, I was buying a modem because
Oh, okay, and you just were like,
yeah,
hey,
I was just
by
like,
the way.
so I see you have Quests over there. Yeah,
Excuse me?
I was-
This wasn't on the website.
I was
God.
pretty bummed about it just because like it's not even bummed, it's just frustration. It's like
I mean, yeah, I get that.
it's a waste of time in a sense, but whatever.
Okay, yeah, first world problems.
Whatever, man. Chilling, got my Quest, been VRing or something like that.
Yeah, well,
It's
if you're talking
experience.
about impatientness, is that a word? Being impatient,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Impatientness.
It's terrible. I recently, so I'm a French horn player by trade, and I spent
I'm a painter by trade.
get out. We'll talk about that later. French horn player by trade, and I spent from halfway through 6th grade and on playing French horn. Throughout all of my time, I was renting a horn, and I was borrowing one from the school because they're like $3 to $4 to $5 to $12 a piece. They're not like a trumpet. You can get a really solid trumpet for like less than $2,000. Facts, big facts. And like a really good one, something that can take a professional, and you could use in a drum corps, like that kind of deal. And yeah, so a French horn's pretty pricey, especially just for a brass instrument, similar to a tuba. And then, yeah, so I bought one finally. Finally did it. And dang, buying that online was one of the scariest things that I've ever done.
I bet.
$3,000 across eBay. I was like,
I spent that amount of money furnishing my entire house.
But like you went and like, oh, you're saying as far as like the amount of money.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I spent over $3,000, which I'm pretty sure with tax and everything, yours was over $3,000.
Yeah.
And I spent roughly the same amount of money furnishing
to furnish a house.
The entire house,
It's
like
stupid.
couches, TVs,
And
everything.
this is a good horn. It's underpriced. It's a really good professional horn, a Con 8D if you're interested. But like, that's not the best. It's actually like if a professional was going to go in a like an orchestra and actually play this professionally, you're not going to want a Con 8D. You want something better.
Right.
And that's like an extra like $7,000. Jeez, dude. But
Man.
I finally have one, which is like, that's new for me.
Speaking of things that are not the best, but they work, I played a plastic F attachment trombone today.
Like the P bones?
Well, yeah, it's made out of plastic completely, but it has an F attachment.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Is it the brand of P bones?
I don't know.
Okay, but it's plastic.
Yeah, my brother bought it on Amazon, and
Okay.
yeah, it was only like $200, and
Huh.
I mean, don't get me wrong, needed to tune, and I haven't played in a couple months.
Yeah, facts.
Well, I played for the first time not too long ago before this, but besides that,
in quite some time.
yeah. So it's
might
just
I
like
add.
I know that my chops weren't the best, but it wasn't like god awful. Made some sound. Let's
Yeah.
go, and we balled out. Had a good time on it. It was really.
I've heard a lot of people, like for French horns, in the winter, if people have to play outdoors, they get like a ceramic mouthpiece.
Mhm.
A lot of people, trumpet players or like trombones, they might buy a plastic instrument for winter or just because they want it. I've heard good things.
It's not like
It's not the thing.
yeah. It's not like one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this is the next thing. But it's like $200 plastic trombone. What's up?
Yeah, it's like a novelty, but also like if you just need like a quick thing,
Yeah, like
like a gig.
Yeah, like my brother, he used to play music in high school, which is a while back.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been playing since, just working full time, and he just loves to play. And
Yeah.
who wants to spend $900 on a trombone just to play it sometimes?
When you can just get a plastic
When you
one.
can just get a plastic one for $200, baby.
Yep.
It was really impressive.
Plus, like, I mean, it's probably a lot cheaper to like replace parts to fix it because it's plastic.
Well, it's probably it is a lot cheaper to like keep up because
Yeah,
like, your metal isn't gonna the lacquers are coming off, things like that. It's just
Yeah,
plastic.
It's plastic.
So it's like if it's gonna break, it's gonna snap.
And all those DIY dads that try to fix instruments, you can fix the plastic one like pretty okay, but like, oof.
Good luck.
Trying to do metal, dude?
Hey, I can fix your instrument.
No, you can't.
You call
No,
me
uh-uh.
1-800
No,
horn
no.
mechanic.
Jeez, man.
We deliver anywhere in the United States.
So I had to change like our YouTube description because and this is no fault to our editor. It was the meme and this is not, I don't know. But the way we had it was professional horn mechanic William Anger. But and that's a good meme.
It is a pretty good meme.
But mine wasn't a meme. It was DCI performer Kendall McNelly. That's all true. That's legit. And then professional horn mechanic William Anger. And so I didn't want like people to be like, "Oh, we should listen to this
So,
because we need actual information."
So a genuine question.
Yes.
Just like, out of the blue or whatever. Why did you change it?
I don't. Well,
Because
okay.
I am a professional.
Yeah, I just changed to what like.
I'm sorry. It couldn't even come out all the way.
I mean, we could just call you what you are, and that's what are you, a painter now?
Yes.
Okay.
I am a painter, and painting is a trade.
Facts.
Did
yeah.
you know that?
Do you think painting is a trade, ladies and gents?
Uh,
Let us know
It's
by
just
email.
a fact that it's a trade. I'll explain.
I'll say it doesn't take a lot of work, like a lot of like precision. You just got to do it. I mean,
to get in and paint just a room in a house, no. But that's not what we're doing. There's like, you got to do all that garbage. Like, I'm not going to get into it. But it's not just like rolling a wall. It's not all it is. You know what I'm saying?
But like, is there more to it? That's like,
Yeah.
you got to have some skill to do it. I could understand efficiency, but like, you got to like learn some shit.
I suck at it right now. Like, I get in trouble. It's whack.
Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Anybody could.
Okay.
It's not like the hardest thing in the world.
The threshold for entry is easier, but like
to get good and to be efficient and to like actually like to get hired.
It takes work.
Yeah. Like the only reason that I'm getting paid the amount. Well, no, I'm not getting paid too much. The only reason that I'm working full time on every job, things like that, is because the owner of the company is my father. So it's like,
way to get in.
But it is the way to get in. I would say you gotta know somebody.
Gotta know somebody.
Anyway.
Hey man, my daddy lets me work.
I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I'm a quick learner, I think.
I mean, maybe.
Come on, man.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
you're
learned
right,
you
maybe.
learned this pretty quick. Not that I knew any more than you did.
True.
But, I don't know.
Anyway, for some explanation about why I consider painting to be a trade.
Oh wow. Okay, we're gonna go down this rabbit hole.
Just real quick.
Okay.
Before
let's
we
hear it.
started this podcast, before we started filming, Kendall's brother,
Yeah, Chris.
his name is Chris McNelly. I was just talking to him, talking about life. What's up? Catching up. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up, Chris? And I was like, I'm glad to be painting now. I'm a commercial painter because, well, I guess it's not all commercial, but it's.
Hey, I'm sorry. Let's interrupt. Don't touch that wire,
I'm
dude.
sorry.
I'm just hearing like the whole time.
Anyway,
Sorry, commercial painting.
I'm just a painter, self-employed and all that jazz.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm glad to be going to college and learning a trade at the same time. So if anything goes happen, I'll follow my ass. I'll be chilling.
Yeah, you got something to
I got
fall
something.
back on.
Put a paintbrush in my hand. I can make some money.
Yeah.
And he was like, just blatantly, so fast. He was like, I don't consider painting a trade. I was like,
And you gotta understand, like, Chris does not care about a lot of things, and he will make it a point to really like push buttons.
Not only that, but he is the most like savvy and just like is good at talking. And
He's really good at a lot of things.
Yeah, I
and
would
he'll
say-
make you feel like garbage.
I would say
if you're not.
intimidating. Like
He
is
is.
the best way.
He is.
Like you being around him, you find yourself wanting to impress him. So he was like, I don't consider painting a trade, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Maybe not.
And then as soon as we left the room, I was like, painting's a trade. Come on, man.
And did you look it up on Google?
I looked it up on Google, and it's like the first 4 things. It's like it's like what's considered a trade, and it's like blah 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 blah, and then it's like e.g. example, and it's like
Yeah.
it's like construction, blah 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 blah, painting, blah 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 blah. I'm like,
You're
like,
like facts.
it's in the definition, dog. What's up?
But I think if Chris said it, it's like, well,
nope, it's no longer a
not
trade.
not a trade.
I can't tell anybody that I'm learning
But
trade
again,
anymore.
Chris is a little bit of a jerk in the way that, like, okay, so the studio that we're in right now he owns the company and he rents the space, but also this used to be like an old abandoned church, and he tore down everything and then built it all back up with like a few people, and so like half of the rooms that are here he painted himself. Granted, they're not the best, but he hates painting. He despises painting.
No, they're not bad. So little stuff every now and then I'll be looking at.
A little bit. So, speaking of the horn that I bought and the horn that your brother bought, getting back to the horn. So, DCI was canceled, 2020, canceled early season, honestly, before we were about to hit April camp, and Mike Scott was like, yo, we ain't doing this anymore. Which sucks. That was like when I started, there was like this rumor going around and this email that was like a screenshot that was being passed around of like Dan Atchison, who's like the CEO or whatever. And it was just basically telling all the corps like, hey, we're shutting down, blah, blah, blah. And I was so arrogant, and I just told every vet that sent it to me, I was like, nah, man, like, Mike Scott's got to tell me to go home. I'm going to spring training. I'm getting there. And Mike Scott told me to go home. So, but that happened, and we've had some projects with the Corps that are brass related, and we've recorded a few things, and staff's trying to get us to play a lot while we're not doing anything. But life has taken a big turn. There's a lot of things that are being interjected. Plus, like, going back to normal life, drum corps is very much a vacation in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
It's an extra. It's not a necessity.
You pay for it.
Facts. And so a lot of us that's like an escape, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
We get to do what we love for like 3.5 months.
The greatest escapes, I would say.
Agreed.
It's like name something else where it's like, yeah, the thing you love, do it all the time, every day. Be forced to do it, and if you don't, go home.
Literally. But it is,
and
really,
also do it really good, or also go home.
Yes. Facts. And it's I don't know. It's interesting because I don't know. Normal life is definitely a peg down. You're going from this extreme performance to daily grind.
One of the extremist like performance.
Yeah. Just
yeah.
Big difference.
Big scale.
So, with that in mind, like, there's a lot of us vets that, like, even though we were staying connected, like, through Zoom and, like, Hangouts and whatever, I know for me personally, it was like, I don't like doing this because it just makes me, it's just reminding me of the thing that I don't get to do.
100%.
And with playing, I'm like, I don't want to record myself because it's like, I mean, after we quit VAs because the season got canceled, it was like, is there anything else to do? And again, I don't have a French horn, so it's like I can't play that.
You do now, Kendall.
I do now. Facts.
Not in your possession, but you own it.
Facts. It is coming in next week. But like grinding mellophone, but also like, what am I gonna work on? There's no solo mellophone stuff around, you know?
Right.
And like even then, it's like trying to record myself and then like feeling the emptiness that is recorded brass. Like you recording from home, and if you don't have the equipment, it's not fun. It's not fun.
And you sound way worse than you actually sound in your recording. And
a lot of times you realize a lot of mistakes that are happening through your horn.
Well, I'm just talking about like I don't have like great quality recording options.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's like,
and like the gain, you know, you get like static,
splatty, and it's like I know I'm not splatting.
Yeah,
and things like that. So it's just like I don't want to listen to that.
It's hard and it's tough, and so, and you also just don't get the vibe that is like a full drum corps in your face.
Or
it's just like
the vibe of performance. Like,
yeah. So like
who you performing to, your ma?
Yeah, it's like I don't want to do this on Instagram, you know. Now people who do Instagram stuff, like they have quality stuff. They do other things. And as much as I loved doing it with, you know, the drum corps I'm with, like I didn't like it. So there was a period of time where like I wasn't grinding like I was when I was doing VAs, you know?
Right.
When I was doing VAs, and sorry, for people who don't know, VAs are video assignments. Or visual assignments, depending on. But we send those in. Those are our off-season training, you know? And VAs were rough. Like, you had them do every week. They were tough things that you just weren't good at, and they're going to make you grind. And I don't know, man. Like, after I didn't have to do VAs, it was like, well, why do I need to touch this mellophone again? And so there was a period of time where, like,
fun.
Yeah, I didn't touch it.
I don't feel terrible after playing. Psh.
Yeah. I was like, ah. And so I'm getting back to that rhythm of like doing it daily, but also like grinding it, and getting back to the mellophone. One, and this is another problem, and we can talk more in depth about this like later or on another podcast. But like coming back from DCI and then like maybe like a couple weeks later trying to play what you played at finals.
Yeah.
Maybe not the same music, but like at the level of quality.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You can't do it unless you're literally doing the same grind that you did after you left finals.
It's like
the day in, day out.
It's like sports.
Yeah, after the season is done, like you're not going to be able to throw a football like as well as you could.
Like you have to. There's a whole period like boxing, MMA, UFC. That's a great example because like you have to like
you have to maintain it.
Yeah, you have people like who get fights on short notice, and then they either win or they lose, and it's like, well, he learned about the fight 9 days ago. And it's like 9 days. It's like he should have stayed in shape. It's like no, it's not being in shape. You can be in shape, but you're not at your peak physical performance.
Yeah, and there are small differences too.
Yeah, but it's that's what makes the difference.
It's very significant. The amount, the volume isn't the thing. It's really the quality of that extra step. And so, you know, I wasn't at that. really wasn't at that. And what I'm doing now is I'm teaching band with all these extra things on top of that. And so, one, we're having to go through guidelines, which it's all cool. I'm all down with guidelines, keeping people safe while doing our thing, you know. But not only is that teaching barrier tough, but it's also like, wow, I need to get good before I'm able to like tell these people, hey, this isn't correct, because like they're looking at me and they're like,
you're not correct.
You're also not correct. So I'm like, you know, before
practice what you preach.
Exactly. So like every day that I'm going in, rehearsal starts at 8.
Yeah.
We check people in, take temperatures, do all this other stuff at 7:30, and I'm here at 6:30 every day. And I'm either planning that day to the T, or I'm on the field practicing. And it's like just making sure that like I'm constantly on that grind. We have this system to where, because of how big our band is, we have to separate into smaller groups, you know, to just keep people separated more. And so I take people and I'm doing visual all day, and I'm teaching the same thing twice. So one, that's really great for me because I get to like
learn for your first time.
Exactly. But also I get to, like, we do PT in the mornings. I'm doing 2 PTs like every day. Granted, it's not a ton. It's not like a full workout, but like, I don't know, man, that adds up.
2 PTs a day, 5 days a week.
Yeah, 2 PTs a day on top of what I already do.
That's
as
10
far as
PTs, baby.
It's a lot. It's a lot, baby. And so, like, getting back to that grind, and especially being off of it or focusing on more important things, like, it really is. It's like it changes something from a hobby to something that you actually care about, and getting back to it sucks. I wanted to talk about that. I know that's a long exposition, like this big monologue, just to talk about getting back to it. You were going to say something, or you look like you were.
Yeah. I have I guess a quick example of that, and mine's a little funnier.
Okay.
So my middle school band director, who is just, you know, angel on earth and all this stuff, she's just fantastic.
That also sounded sarcastic.
I don't know how to talk differently, man. It's just me. She's just a cool person, you know. She says a lot of things that hold weight to me.
Okay. I'll agree.
She, like, this could be another story for a different day, but she pretty much like changed my entire life with like one sentence.
Okay. Word.
Yeah. So she just says things that like are really, they mean a lot to me, and she has talked about something called band director chops.
Oh.
Yeah. And
yep.
I have experienced my own little form of band director chops where I just stopped playing for a little while. I was pretty good, like, and then I played that plastic horn today.
Yeah.
And then I played my real horn like 4 or 5 days. I played it a little while ago, and it's not coming out. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do it. I know what my mouth is supposed to do, but it's just not happening. And our band director, not just our band director, it's just the only
many band directors.
It's many band directors.
A lot
like
of them.
anyone that I've ever heard play. not anyone, because my middle school band director,
she can play.
She can play.
Dude, she's a
anyway.
She's a beast, man. Watch out for her.
Anyway, it's just like our band director. Something that I've said for a long time. It's like no matter how he teaches, some people have problems with him and all this junk. It's like he's one of the smartest people. Like when it comes to the amount of knowledge in his brain.
Agreed.
It's just like
regardless of the critique that people could give.
Yeah.
He's really.
It's like regardless of like if a person. Just because a person is like saying things the wrong way or like in ways that doesn't make sense to you,
want.
Yeah, it doesn't even make sense to you. Doesn't mean that he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Exactly.
And it's like, so, you know, he's a high school band director. He teaches kids how to play horns and stuff. But when he just plays his horn, it's just not coming out in the way that he wants it to come out of our horns.
And to give preface, like, you know, to get to that level in his career, like, not only has he taught in several other, just for him example alone, like, not only has he taught other places, but like. He's performed like really, really well.
He
as
still
far as
performs.
Like, as an individual.
Yeah.
But this is not just him, but it's like directors and then like teachers in general. Like it's different for like an academic teacher because you kind of have to do it every day.
Yeah.
Just to make plans and whatever.
Definitely.
But like you can teach music and not touch anything.
You don't have to play a horn.
Nope.
I mean, and I would say in middle school it's a little bit harder to not play it because you have middle schoolers who are like, I don't know how to put my face to it.
You have
things
to actually
like
you know.
But like in high school,
be an example.
the kids are supposed to play. They're supposed to come in knowing how to play. So he he could theoretically not play his horn for years
And still teach very well.
and still teach the same way that he did.
Yep. I will say I've experienced a little bit of my own of that just as a new teacher, and I'm finding ways, and I'm like, yikes, I need to fix this.
Yeah.
And even with like the season that I'm not having right now, like I already know that I'm like, I'm not as good as I should be.
Yeah.
Even though I'm higher level than these people that I'm teaching, but like I need to get on my game.
Yeah. It's an awful feeling when you know you could be better,
Yep.
but you're just
yeah.
not getting it. You're not
Mhm.
hitting it. Like, I don't know, video games is a perfect example. Like, you can be as good as you want in a video game. Take 2 weeks off, you're not as good as you were 2 weeks ago.
Agreed.
It's just crazy.
Or you just meet someone that's like really, really good, or at the same level, but they've just been consistent with it, and it's like, yikes,
Yeah.
I'm bad. So I wanted to talk about a little bit, like, how do you avoid that, you know? There's a lot of people who, because of the season or just in general, life is happening, and they actually, like, need to start doing more of this and actually start a consistent schedule. The key with really anything, you can apply this to like weight loss or, you know, physical fitness, apply this to athletes, and especially with music, is like it doesn't matter the number of hours that you do. It's consistency.
Yeah.
And it's how many days out of the days and the time that you have are you there doing it, you know? And it's like, with running, you're not going to get good at running by just running a long time for one day. You're just going to wear yourself out and destroy your body. But if you just do a minute version of that every day, you're going to be so much better and so much more capable.
Definitely.
And the same thing with, like, I don't know, like how I'm teaching these kids, we do very small basic stuff in the morning, and we do it the same thing every day. And it's like timing or mark time or, you know, step outs or small things like that. Like not big, massive moves. We're not going at huge tempos, but like we're consistently doing it.
Yeah.
And that changes a lot.
A routine, like a routine that you follow every day.
Yep.
Just is the difference maker in like a well-constructed, like controlled life, and like being able to do everything you want.
Yep.
And to having like stress, not knowing what's going to happen.
Yep.
And it's like not like planning every day out, just like routine. Like I do these things and this is when I do them, and I do them every day.
Yes.
It's like I think we may have talked about it on another podcast, but it's like just making your bed like every morning when you wake up.
We did talk about that.
It's like
it's the same thing. There's I feel like I've mentioned it too. There's a really great podcast. His name is Jocko Willink. Retired Navy SEAL officer, does leadership counseling now. He's
got good energy drinks.
Yeah, facts.
Sponsor.
Dude, imagine if we got sponsored by Jocko. Nah, he'd laugh at us. The biggest thing that he, like, one of his books that I really love, and I really recommend reading it, but also just committing it to life, the phrase alone, discipline equals freedom. If you apply that to every situation that you're in, if you apply that to music, the discipline that you have with music is going to allow you and give you the freedom of movement and ability and playing and teaching. The discipline with your physical fitness is going to allow you to be more capable. Your discipline with your daily routine is going to allow you to do more.
Speaking of discipline, and we talked about it earlier, so I figured bring it up now. Just like how much I wish I could go back to when I first started playing horn, and just like everybody remembers when you first started playing, like, and that person who's teaching you, whoever it was, is just like, just play long tones, man. It's gonna help you so much for ever.
Long tones, yeah.
It's just not what you want to do ever.
No one wants to play long tones.
Ever.
Screw long tones.
Yeah, and I wish I could go back and just do it, like, when I warm up, just at the beginning.
All the time.
Every time. Because, like, the difference that it would make in my playing now, even when I've stopped playing, like, the difference in everything, it's just insane.
The biggest thing that we did, we would do, like, concert F, 8 and 8s. So we'd move 8, we'd hold 8, move 8, hold 8.
Yeah.
Or we'd do 8 and 4s and whatever. And every time we'd step off, we'd hit with a concert F, and it'd just be maintain that long tone the whole time, or just maintain consistency. And you'd have brass techs that just would destroy you on how good your long tone was. And it was like, dude, I'm playing one note. I got like 50 other ones that I'm going to have to play at like 160.
So you hear this lick? You hear this lick I'm playing over here? Why you care about my F, dog?
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm having to do this at like 70.
My chops hurt, please.
Yeah. And it's like, that's how much of a difference long tones make.
Oh.
And again, it's the small things. It's the consistency that you're doing. Yeah.
The discipline of consistency.
Yes. Agreed. Like Nike's motto, like their slogan, just do it.
Just do it.
That sounds so cliche, but it is. Like, you don't need extra information. You know what you're supposed to do. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. I tell my kids that all the time. I get mad at people for not doing it because I also get mad at myself for not doing it.
Yes. It's
like yesterday, I had time to work on this podcast, and I didn't. And guess what? I had to spend an hour more today doing it. If I just did it, I'd have time. It's ridiculous.
It's like how easy it is to do it. Like how easy it is to just get up and make your bed and work out like you wanted to and eat the way you wanted to. How easy it is to do that is exactly how easy it is to not do that.
Agreed.
And
it just seems harder.
Yeah.
Just seems harder.
And
or we just don't want to.
It's just not. Like, I don't know. It's all about that mindset, baby.
It is. And like, was it today? It was today. So I went to bed last night. I went to bed last night very early. I was not happy with myself and a lot of things that I was doing.
Oh, I just had to be up at 5.
Oh, okay. I was not in the mood, and I was
ready to start a new day.
I was, and I usually go to bed at midnight, and I wake up at 6, and that's my normal schedule. And I didn't. I went to bed at 9:30. That I don't go to bed at 9:30. Even if I go to bed early, it's like 11 or 10:30. Yeah. I went to bed at 9:30, and I woke up, and I was still fatigued. I was still upset, and I woke up, and I was just not feeling it. I was supposed to get up and go to early morning jiu-jitsu. Didn't do it, and I went. I think it was this morning. Yeah, it's a Thursday. And I came to school to teach these kids, and I had that mindset to start the day, and it wasn't good.
I bet it was one of the least productive day that you've had so far.
Here's the thing. I started that way.
You switch it up, baby?
6:30, I got there. Normal routine. I got there at 6:30, and I felt myself. I knew where I was at. Mentally, I was like, I'm struggling, and it has nothing to do with I've been working hard. I have been doing this every day, like it's a big schedule, but it's mental. There's a lot of things that are in my head that I feel like I can't do, and I'm forcing myself to feel down.
Mind over matter.
And that morning, 6:30, I was like, screw it, I'm doing a workout routine. Put in headphones, put on slow music, put on video game soundtracks, listen to podcast 3. Okay.
3, baby.
Nice shout out.
To ourselves.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Sandbag Show. They're doing real good work over there, guys. I would check them out.
Yeah. And so I put in headphones, and I did it. I grinded out a workout, and then I sat down and made myself, because again, my life, my freedom, a lot of what I do affects other people.
Yeah.
My influence is massive. So I and that's not an ego thing. That's just like literally I influence so many people.
You're teaching small children.
My job is to influence. Yeah. And so I cannot come into this and have this energy because they're going to pick up on it and they're going to take that and they're going to internalize it.
Yes. I plan right now, obviously I know things change, but I plan on becoming a teacher of some sort after college.
Okay.
And when I tell people about doing this, it's always the first thing they say is always the cliche, like, not a lot of money in it. All this, like, get ready to work hard, not get paid, all that jazz. But it's like, growing up, I didn't live in, like, a mansion, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I also wasn't on the street, So it's not like I had a terrible life by no means, I enjoyed it. And It's like I had
For example, this dude's being super humble. I disagree with all of that. It was a very rough time.
I had teachers affect me in the most positive way, like shape my outlook. My middle school band director.
Yeah.
And it's like she's made me cry before. She's also made me really super happy before. But it's
Yeah.
like that influence she had on me, just knowing how good like of a person she is and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I've also had teachers affect me in the most negative way.
Agreed.
Like make me not want to come to school, make me literally not come to school. Like
Yep.
It's just
And again-
the influence that people who are teaching you things have on you isn't just about what they're teaching you about.
No, it's a lifestyle influence.
Definitely, like as you said, if I saw you out there teaching kids and you're like, you got to eat healthy, this, that, and this, and you show up on the field in the morning with Cheetos or something like that,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Why
why
should
would I eat healthy?
Yeah.
You're telling me to eat healthy, but you don't eat healthy.
Yep.
There's so much more into it, and it's not even like mentally like I'm like, look at him, he's not eating healthy. It's like subconsciously.
It is. And it's like how can I tell these kids that, hey, it's the end of the week, you're going to be tired, like, we need to push through when I'm not doing that myself?
And you're not even tired.
Nope.
It's like, I
It's
know it's
men-
hard, but what was hard for you?
Yep.
Yeah. It's like,
And-
then they get some, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
They get
Go for
some
it.
kind of pissed. They're like, what are you talking about? It's hard. What have you been doing and all that jazz?
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
you can eliminate that by putting in work.
Facts. It's just the discipline of doing it. And when I hit the field, I was like, I have to change this because it's like I can't not show up for these kids.
Yeah.
And it was like it has nothing to do with me. I'm being very selfish, and that applies to life in general. Like discipline equals freedom is for you and for everyone else. I really do recommend Jocko podcast. Like look it up. He's a good dude.
Plus, he makes good energy drinks.
We're gonna get sponsored one of these days. But it is, and it goes back to the consistency, getting back on the horn. It's like I can't represent my drum corps. I can't represent the life that I live. I can't represent this lifestyle if I'm not good at what I do.
Yeah.
You know? I can't claim to be this if I'm not that.
It's like, she keeps coming up, but my middle school band director.
Yeah.
It's just like,
We had the same one, by the way, but she is really legit.
it's just like, she tells me all these things and like practice perfection, you can't be perfect and all this stuff, but it's like if she wasn't as good as she is, / like if she didn't put in the work and you could tell that she puts it in,
Yep.
I would not have. It'd been like, no, I'm not gonna practice perfection.
Uh-huh.
You don't even practice perfection,
Agreed.
and it's just like those small things, not literally doing it like sitting down and showing off, just
Yeah.
like the small things that you do as a person. It's just like
Yep.
it changes the outlook of other people's view on you completely.
When you accidentally happen upon someone in their grind, you realize how much work they do.
Yeah.
It's like when you watch them, and again, it's in solitude, it's in the early mornings, it's in the late nights, it's away from people, it's not on the stage. When you happen upon that, you're like, oh, that's what they do.
Yeah, man.
And again, if you apply that, it's not for the glory. It's not for, like, a really good guy I like talking about is Gary Vaynerchuk. He's a entrepreneur, really great, like social media guru, really good.
Gary V.
Gary V.
Just say Gary V so people know who you're talking about.
Well, I mean, like he uses his last name,
his
Vaynerchuk.
his real fans might know Vanderchuk, but like I know Gary V, but I didn't know who that was at first.
Oh, okay. Gary V. He talks about a lot. It was like, what is your legacy going to be? When you're dead, how are people going to remember you? You know? Like, you could die tomorrow. How are people going to remember you from what you've done today?
Right.
And it's not about the glory, but it's like, what do you leave behind? Like, if you didn't do this today, are you going to leave behind something that's actually good?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to be a negative influence to the world?
Or not even negative, just nothing.
Yeah, just lukewarm. Like, why would you want to live that life?
It's like, your family loved you, but like, what'd you do?
Maybe.
What'd you
what
do?
did you do for them? You know?
Definitely. I agree with that.
And it applies to, again, individual performance. Like, if you're a part of a drum corps and you – and again, I'm not saying this like I'm on top of the world because I'm not. I literally just told you that I wasn't grinding.
And we've mentioned several times he was the worst of the best.
Yeah, facts. Like, this is the Sandbag Show, people. Like, understand the podcast you're listening to.
His words, not
Kendall
mine.
and William, not –
Oh, yeah. Professional horn mechanic and then world class drum corps or whatever
Yeah,
like that.
whatever. Number 2, baby. This is why we got there. Okay. Jeez, man.
Are you talking about like Blue Coats becoming second
Yeah.
to Blue Devils? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure.
I feel like you just wanted to rub that on my face. Hey, just because
Hey,
we don't have
we'll
a
get
ring
him,
right now.
We'll get him this.
What?
I said we're gonna get him this year.
Oh, yeah. Yikes.
I'm sorry to all the Blue
Yikes.
Coats people listening. It's like I don't want you
just,
guys
like,
to hate me.
tore them down, man.
I really don't want you guys to hate me, but like,
God, it's really funny. Like
look at this guy.
I remember like a couple weeks ago. No. It was like November. I was talking about a couple Blue Coats guys coming down for the Thanksgiving party that we have.
Yeah.
And you were like, I don't want Blue Coats people to be here. I was like, why? And you were like, I gotta be in the same room with them, man. Like, I don't want to do that.
It's like they're on a whole different standard up there, man. It's like I gotta be.
You think that we act proper when we're going places?
Well,
like,
no, but it's like now I gotta like dress to impress and like maybe try and be a little bit more funny. Am I forcing it?
Yeah. I
They
gotta
didn't-
practice trombone now.
They didn't come, by the way.
They didn't. No.
All because of me. They were scared
Facts.
because they had to dress to impress around a professional horn mechanic.
I can't imagine. Like, this is gonna be a subpar podcast. It already is.
Subpar.
But like, I can't imagine, dude. Like, we're gonna piss some people off at some point.
I got a funny story about the word subpar.
Hold up, didn't you like hash like you really, I don't know, you made fun of Blue Stars and Legends, I think.
No. It was just Blue Stars, and I apologize.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
I don't think so. We're gonna really piss some people off. By accident, of course.
Of course. Just
Like,
totally by accident.
There's really
I
no
didn't mean to-
malicious.
yeah.
There's no malicious intent except for between us and then to ourselves.
Yeah, I didn't bring up the Blue Coats thing just to be mean.
I feel like you did.
No.
But whatever. Continue.
Oh yeah, subpar.
Subpar.
So,
He's talking about himself, by the way.
unfortunately, I wasn't talking about myself. Anyway.
Oh, jeez, I forgot.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've talked about this in a microphone before. So if I've already told this, I'm telling it again. We're only 6 podcasts in.
I don't think you have.
I don't know. Who cares? So just to just get right into it, I was talking with my girlfriend.
Yep.
About a jazz band because we have a jazz band at our high school.
I feel like you have talked about this, but go ahead.
We had a jazz band at our high school, and I quit it for a year because
Yeah.
I just didn't. Jazz band isn't my thing.
Uh-huh.
And my senior year, I was like, I'm gonna do it because it's my senior year. I won't get to do it again ever.
Facts.
And we started talking about like improv, and she has never improved in front of like a crowd. She doesn't do it.
She
It's-
hasn't?
No. It's just not her thing. She doesn't
Oh,
like to
okay.
improv. She's improv
Word.
like in front of us in the jazz band, but not in front of a crowd ever.
Got you.
And
Very
I've
rehearsal.
improv in front of a crowd one time, and I don't think I'm good at improv. I'm not good at improv. I don't know how to improv. I just play stuff, and sometimes it sounds cool. Sometimes, like randomly, it's just like wait a second, and then it's bad again.
Okay.
And I know that that's how I am.
yeah.
But I've never been described as subpar.
Wow.
And how she told me wasn't like you're just subpar, and she felt bad about it. She was like thinking, she was like, I don't know how to describe your improv. Let me just. She was like, I got it. You're subpar. And I was
like she was excited about it.
oh, I'm subpar. Sweet.
Oh, jeez. Imagine being told that, man. Nah, you're just subpar. You're just mediocre.
Yeah, you're just not good, but you're
Yeah.
not terrible.
Imagine. You're just lukewarm, man.
I don't want to be lukewarm, please.
Never mind. I won't say that. There a lot of people use that and as like a describing, like if you I don't know. There's like a lot of cults that use that. You gotta be on fire for whatever, you know. Like I don't know. A lot of cults and like weird like gung ho people that are just like we gotta do it.
Use what? I'm confused.
Like calling people lukewarm. Like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
you gotta be on fire for
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Like diehards, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like I don't know. You can be lukewarm about a few things. That's
Definitely.
okay to be lukewarm and in the middle, but like, nah, man. If you're gonna do something, like, don't be subpar or mediocre.
I'm okay with being subpar. I'm
Don't
not
make
okay.
that your life.
I'm not okay with my significant other being hype about calling me subpar. That's where the problem comes in.
God.
You're a subpar, by the way.
That makes me so happy, honestly. God, that's really funny. Imagine being called subpar.
I can't. I mean,
I'd rather
I
be
don't
the
have to
worst.
imagine.
I'd rather be the worst to the best because at least I'm like, you know.
You're not subpar.
No, I'm just the
That
worst.
came out too wholesome.
too wholesome.
You are subpar.
You are subpar.
I didn't mean it.
Imagine. That's your title. Subpar.
Subpar. Welcome to the Subpar Podcast.
We are subpar. Well, no. We've had 3 terrible podcasts in a row. That was our record. And now we're on podcast 6. We've made another trilogy of garbage, and we're here.
We're just gonna just keep calling them trilogies.
Yeah. Eventually there'll be a saga, you know. Jeez, what did you just do?
I just punched the microphone. I just got mad.
See,
man.
here this is. We've just become a quality. Our quality has gone down.
I was
That's
about to say, it's not like you said we've become like better quality. It's like that's
no.
nah.
We got the hat, we got the sandbag,
We're
and,
pretty
and then
stagnant.
we just plateaued real hard.
It's like, this is it, guys.
Yeah, this is all we got.
Hop in.
We're not even dressing up. I forgot to introduce us for like the 4th time, and I don't know. Our outros have been garbage.
Man, you forgot to introduce us.
Yeah. Well,
I think our name's right there or something. Oh,
I mean, it's on the no. It's on the logo.
I need glasses.
Facts, you do.
I'm buying a pair of Gucci glasses. Please judge me. It's a terrible idea.
Are you really?
I'm doing it. Yeah. It's got like Gucci logo on it. The only reason, the only reason is because the place where I'm getting them, all frames are 75% off right now. And so I can get a pair of Gucci frames for the price of normal Ray-Ban frames. And I would usually, that's what I was going to buy is Ray-Ban frames. But now I can get, for the same exact price, I can get Gucci frames.
Why would you get Gucci? Gucci is literally only the brand. There's no quality in Gucci.
Duh.
What? That's your argument?
That's the whole point in buying Gucci is for the brand. Hello?
Ray-Ban is already like 10. You're going to buy Gucci glasses.
And I'm going to wear them here. And they're going to look slick.
They're going to look Gucci. Wow. You know what? Get onto your bus story. Let's talk about something real.
I have a bus story.
Screw your Gucci glasses.
Speaking of bus stories, if you want to send us bus stories, it's for us that you think is good enough for us to talk about on here.
Yeah. No. Just give us everything. I mean, like,
That's true.
we'll tell you
So
it's bad.
We'll take subpar bus stories.
we'll tell you it's mediocre, bro.
But we'll still read it.
Facts. DM us. We love to laugh. That's the thing. Like, we're here to create a community and just share some garbage material. So, I mean, find us, again, on all of our platforms, social media, and then just email us. But go ahead.
All right. So my bus story this time
is going to be lukewarm and subpar.
Okay.
We're already going to set it.
Go
ahead.
This time it's I don't know, less of something that happened on the bus and more of something that happened off the bus.
Okay.
I'll explain. So we're riding back from somewhere long. We're all tired. There are people in the floor, people sleeping, blankets everywhere, lights are off. It's just like super quiet. And as a high school band, you know, there's 3 buses and we're in the middle.
Yep.
So it's just like we're driving and I gotta go. Like I gotta pee, man. And this happens all the time on buses, but it's usually just like, hold it.
Yeah.
Until
like a normal person.
Yeah, of course. And this time, I don't know what it was, but something came over me where I was going to make a big deal about having to pee because I had to pee, and it was just a fact. And we're on the bus, and
using your privilege as a first chair player.
So I walk up to the front of the bus and just really nicely, I'm just like, hey, so I got to go. And they're like now? And I'm like, preferably. And you can just see the bus driver. She picks up her radio and she's like, I'm going to be getting off, exit, blah, blah, blah. Will you guys follow me? This rest stop. I got a kid that's got to pee. And then so
Jeez.
we proceed to drive for 5 minutes, and I'm still making the huge deal about having to pee. You know, when you make a huge deal about having to pee wherever you are, and then after you pee, you're like, wow.
That wasn't that big.
I'm kind of an asshole.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Did I really have to pee?
But also, you're like, after you've won the argument,
I can't stop her. Like I can't be like even after
you can't you can't go halvesies, you know.
Yeah, I can't be like, never
no.
mind, I don't have to pee, and it is whatever. So I watch all 3 buses get off the interstate with these tired kids after a football game.
Yep.
Stop at a rest stop.
People have
and
woken
then,
up because the bus
goodness.
stopped.
Oh goodness, I wish it could have been a recording. Just like for the first I don't know, 3-4 minutes that the bus was stopped, it's just me that got off. Nobody else had to go anywhere. Like it's just me walking, just like a bus full of people. Sorry guys, I'll be back.
You were walking?
Well, yeah, walk from the bus to the bathroom.
You're not gonna run? You just made a big deal about peeing, and you're not gonna run?
No, yeah, I was running. Sorry. I get what you were saying. I thought you meant like, what did you expect me to do?
Like
drive?
levitate? Okay.
Like get out of the bus and into my little car and drive to the bathroom?
I got you.
No, but it was in the moment, you know, as a youngin',
As a youngin'.
it was super funny to me that like everybody just stopped.
It was like the world evolves around me.
I had to pee. Your boy had to pee, but now it's kind of I feel kind of some type of way about it.
If we're ever doing a road trip, I'm never gonna let you pee.
And that just never stopped. Like
No.
Kendall, it's been 14 hours.
We need to go.
It's like Kendall's drinking Jocko Willings
Yeah.
energy drinks.
Wow, you're really pushing that, aren't you?
He's been awake for 14 hours.
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you what though, like I don't know if I've mentioned this. Ethan may correct me. I don't know. But Corey Burrows, Corey Borealis. This man was an age out here at the Corps last year, and he was technically like a rook out. He got in for 1 year. He had marched previous drum corps, came to here, and we were on a bus ride, and it was pretty late. We had just finished like a free day somewhere, and so we were all in like our free day clothes. We were going to the rehearsal site. Yeah. We didn't know how long the drive was because we were all scattered. No one could tell us. We were just like,
Get on the bus.
Yeah. Hey, get on the bus.
We're going somewhere.
Halfway in between, we had everybody. And a drum corps bus is like, when people go to sleep, they go to sleep. They zonk out, dude.
Yeah.
And it's like they are all over the bus.
Catching some shut-eye. Like,
yeah, you got to like walk through a jungle of things and people to like get to the back of the bus. This man sits like close to the front third, and he climbs over his seat partner and then over the entire bus all the way back, bringing a Gatorade bottle. And I was like, Corey, what are you going to do with that? He's like, dude, I got to go. I got to go to the restroom, like, right now. And I was like, but, like, you're not going to be able to do it. And he was like, what do you mean? I'm just going to go in the restroom. I'm like, no, because, one, we don't use the restroom. That's why he brought the bottle. But also, that bus had so many people, and those people had so much luggage.
The restroom was full.
With people's stuff.
Yeah.
Not only that, but the aisle that we were in, stuff. It was like, that's how much stuff.
Way too much stuff.
Yeah, so if you go to drum corps, pack lightly, please, because, geez.
Or just pack it way too much.
Yeah.
Make it fun for Josh? I can't remember his name.
Who?
The person who peed in the bottle.
Oh, Corey.
Make it fun for Corey.
Facts. Josh. What? Okay. Either way,
it's a name. Tell me it's not a name.
Yeah. Okay. Am I wrong? But yeah, Corey worked real hard, and I was like, you're not going to be able to get into that bathroom. And he was like, I got to do it, bro. I got to do it. So he shoved himself into the bathroom
just like
with a ton of other stuff. One, peeing in a Gatorade bottle is understandable. You pee in the bottle.
We've done it.
You screw it in.
It happens.
And then you throw it away. That being said, it's a relatively easy option.
Yes.
You're not peeing on yourself or other people, but also
you can dispose of it.
Exactly. But also, that being said, the bus is shaky, bro. It's shaky.
And when there's people's luggage, all around you, I'm painting the picture. I wasn't even there.
It's bad. I don't know how he did it. But he came out of that bathroom, and here's the thing: it was all the way to the top. He capped it.
Was the luggage pee free though?
Yeah. He not only sniped it, so like nothing got wet, but also he capped the thing, and he was done peeing. So like I don't know how he did it. I really don't know, but he did it, and he capped the Gatorade bottle, and he told us, and he was like, "Hey, I finished." And I turned around, and I'm like, "Hey, Corey, we just pulled into a rest stop." And this dude
really
gets
funny.
out of the freaking this little tiny like luggage filled bathroom on the back of a school bus and with his Gatorade bottle, and yeah, man, he had to get off that bus with shame.
Was it like a big boy Gatorade bottle?
Oh yeah, big boy.
Like one of those like
the thick ones.
Can't wrap my hand around.
Yeah, that one. It's big.
Man's gotta pee.
And here's the thing, like. He got off the bus and threw it away and
I'm just gonna
hung out, I guess.
I'm gonna be honest. If it's that much, it's like, no, maybe he had to do it then. Like, could he have waited? Really?
And here's the thing, like, I mean, we were that far away, but it was like, again, like,
and
does he go into the unknown and risk it?
Plus, how long was the time that he was in there to pee?
It wasn't long.
Oh, I was about to say, because
no, like,
maybe
we
like
pulling in.
Maybe like the struggle. So like,
I don't know, bro.
Was he getting out and you were already in it?
Well, no, we got to the rest stop, and he was like, I finished, and I was like, well, we hit the rest stop.
That's just unlucky. Sorry, Josh.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, his name's not Josh.
Okay. Everyone's not going to get that joke because they can't see your face or the terrible finger guns.
But I made some terrible finger guns for all you guys out there listening.
Nice. There you go. Paint that picture.
Don't do it.
Yeah, geez, dude. Yeah, sorry, Corey. That was I have no idea how you do it, but he was clean. He was clean.
It sounds impressive.
It
because,
is.
You know, when
it is.
when somebody tells a story, it's obviously human nature to just exaggerate tinily
Yes.
in some kind of ways. So in my head, I'm seeing like he closed the door and was like this up against the wall.
Like Spider-Man.
He's like up against the wall. There's luggage all behind him, and he's just like bringing his hands down. He's like, I'm gonna make this work. So like I'm seeing some like
some
he came
like Mission Impossible.
He came
stuff.
out sweating like, whew,
yeah,
I finished.
I did it. Yeah, and honestly, like big props to him. But if someone who has different genitalia has done this before and has done the exact same thing, we want to know, because more kudos to you. Not like going into detail about that, but like that's really easy for a lot of men to do that, because it's like it's just self-explanatory. But like
my face right now, for the people who can't see it and the people who can, is just like, no, I don't think it's possible. Like how?
Well, no, they have devices. You didn't know about that? William's surprised. Yeah, there's a device to do that.
Devices?
Yeah, like external things you can buy.
Like an electronic device?
No, dummy.
Okay.
It's like a funnel. Like it's for campers and things that people like don't have a restroom for. Have you not known about this?
I'm just a boy. I'm just a boy. Please. My simple mind.
Oh my God. Yeah, what a way to end an episode. Let's just stop
I'm just
it
a
there.
boy.
Just a boy. Jeez, dude. Well, hey, a lesson learned. One quick thing. Let's recap real quick. One, if you're gonna teach, do it well, but also don't plateau as a person, mentally, but also just as a musician. If you have to pee, don't pee on other people's stuff. That's just wrong.
And don't stop everybody else from doing what they want to do to pee.
Don't be a selfish jerk. Yeah. There's a lot of other words you can put in there instead of jerk, but we're PG in this stuff.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. That person. That dude. Don't be a Karen. That'd be rough. All right.
Shout out to all the cool Karens out there.
Yeah, there's a few. There's I think there's memes about that. Cool Karens.
Well, one of my good friend's moms, her name is Karen, and she's the
Oh yeah, Jake's mom.
Yeah, best person I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, literally the king, the queen, the patriarch of all I don't know. The ruler of Karens. The ruler of Karens. I couldn't think of the right word.
She's the king, queen, the patriarch.
Yeah, look at me stuttering. It's the end of the episode, okay? I don't have to deal with you. All right. Thank you guys for listening. I think that's about all. We're done talking about pee stories. If we ever come with another episode with this again. Jeez. All right. You can find us anywhere. Please do. If you want to listen to more garbage that we have. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the socials. Instagram's kind of our main hub. We like to post dumb things about what we do. Dumb dancing videos. Crap that William does. Just some, I don't know, information. We'll pass it out everywhere. You can like our Facebook page if you want to. You can follow us on the other places. YouTube, if you want to see our terrible faces or the finger guns that William makes, or look at how tired and tan we're getting. Actually, I don't know if you're getting tan. You a little less tan.
We've been doing interior where I work right now.
Got you. I've been outside like all the time doing band. So, yeah, follow us. We have podcasts everywhere. If you want to send us stuff, DM us. Recommendations, funny stories that you have. We don't care who you are. We'll shout you out. It'll be okay.
We'll shout anybody out.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to Ferdinand in Germany. Listens to our podcast. He's a lot of fun.
Shout out to Ferdinand.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah, what a dude. Yeah, man, give us some stuff. Art, music, recommendations. We're hopefully going to get some interviews going.
Yes.
But with a lot of events going on, it's a little hard. So,
as soon as possible, I should say, not soon.
Facts. But, yeah, thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.